Well, hello everyone. We're back. Today I'm going to make some bread. Actually, I'm going to make some pizza with the bread that I make. But before I get started, I want to say I hope that everyone is safe and everyone is well. We are in a crisis right now in this country, and unfortunately a lot of us have had to make certain adjustments to our lives, and making homemade bread and homemade pizza might just be one of those adjustments that we have to make and we have to learn how to make. So stick around and I'm going to show you how I make bread. This process is going to take a couple hours to do, but the video won't be that long. I promise you the video will not be a couple hours long. But anyway, I think this is going to be a necessary video for all of you who have always wanted to learn how to make your own bread. This would be an excellent time to learn how to do it. So stick around and we'll get... In my bowl here, I have measured out 4 cups of all-purpose, it's not all, bread flour. It's bread flour. I'm going to get another cup to set aside to add as needed. And I'm just going to set this cup aside. And just set this over here out of my way for a minute or two. Now, in this jar, I'm going to go ahead and open up one of my packages of yeast. I'm going to go ahead and open up my, this is quick rise yeast, but it's still going to take like an hour or so to get everything complete, or the bread portion of it complete, and then we've got to bake it. So I'm going to pour my yeast into my jar. Now, you want to add some water, but you want that water to be like lukewarm. You don't want it to be hot or boiling. You want it lukewarm, because you don't want to cook the yeast. And you don't want it to be cold, because you want to wake it up, because it's been asleep. So you want to wake it up. So like, you don't want it to be too hot and too cold. You just want enough in there to get that yeast to dissolve. And I like to add a little bit of sugar at this point. Not a lot of sugar, but just a little bit. It's just about a teaspoon, not much more than that. It's not maybe a half of a teaspoon. And mix that in there. And dissolve that yeast and wake it up. And you're going to see in a minute that it should start foaming up a little bit. Okay, while that's getting ready, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add a couple of tablespoons of sugar to my flour mix. Here's one. And there's two. that aside. Some salt. About a tablespoon. You don't want a lot of salt because yeast doesn't like a lot of salt either. And as soon as this wakes up, about another minute or so, then we'll start working on that. Okay, I want you to see this. See how that yeast has, it's come up, it's foamed up? That means it's good yeast and it's ready to go into our flour here. So I'm just going to add my yeast into my flour. And a little bit more water. Get all that yeast out of there. Okay, we're ready to get started. Gonna lock this down. Oh, it would help if I plugged it in. Duh. A lot on my mind these days. Okay, so it's plugged in. Let's see if it's gonna work now. There we go. It's on a low setting. I'm going to add just a drizzle of oil. Not too much. I have some warm water here. I'm going to pour in a little bit at a time. And you can see that it's starting to knead. I'm going to have to add a little bit more water. And what we're going to do is we're just going to let it knead like that until all the water and all the flour and all the bread and the salt and the sugar and the yeast is all incorporated. I get a little tongue-tied. I apologize. This is going to take several minutes. Is you just want to spoon a little bit in at a time. Because you want the consistency of like a Play-Doh. But you don't want it too wet and you don't want it too dry. And you see I'm just taking a little bit off the top there, just to until the bottom of my bowl starts coming out clean. Then I know my bread's going to be ready. But it's a good knead. It's a good 10-minute knead. So let me give you an idea. Right now it's really kind of still sticky. So I don't want it really sticky. I want it to where it's elastic, but it's going to pull off my hands without leaving a lot of stuff on my hands. So that's where this thing comes into handy. We can scrape it off, put it back in the mix, and we'll keep trying. We'll keep working it till we get it right. I don't think we're going to have to add any more flour. Maybe just a tad bit more. Maybe just a little bit more. Not too much. So this is more the consistency that I want. You see that it's not sticky on my hands. It's not coming off on my hands. And it's really elastic. Okay, and the bowl is clean on the inside. See how elastic that is? That's what we want. That's the consistency that we want. That elasticity. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and grease my bowl. And we're going to put this in a bowl. We're going to cover it up, and we're going to let it sit for about an hour. Okay, give me 1 second here. So I'm going to grease my bowl. Put a little bit of grease in there. Some hard to find paper towels. I tell you, this is just crazy out here. All right. So I don't even, since I needed this in my KitchenAid, and it's been kneaded for 10 minutes. I don't really need to do any over-the-counter kneading. I will when we take it back out the second time, but right now I don't. So I've oiled my my bowl, and I'm going to put this in here, just like so. And we're going to put it in there. We're going to cover it up, and we're going to let it rise for 1 hour. We got some parchment paper here. Over there. Leave that over there. And I'm going to get a towel, and we're going to just let this sit. And it's going to double in size. And when it doubles in size, we'll do a second knead. Okay. Bread likes to be kept warm. And so, especially rising bread likes to be kept warm. So, I put 2 towels over the top of it, and we're just going to leave it sit and leave it alone, and we'll be back in 1 hour. 1 hour. That'll give me time to clean up my mess. All right. Whew, this is good. All right, let's take a look at this. Look at that. It's doubled in size. Look at that. Okay, we're going to give it a nice little punch. Oh. We're going to throw out some flour and give it a little bit of a knead. There we go. Doesn't that look good? Oh, it smells good too. Still elastic, so that's a good thing. Okay. And we need to give it a second rise. So we're gonna knead it just a little bit. And you do that by just simply bring it and fold, push. Bring up, fold, push. Bring up, fold, and push. You see that? I'm pretty good at this one-handed, don't I? All right. Want to bring up, fold, and push. Bring up, fold, and push. What you're trying to do is get that yeast to get nice and activated again. And you don't want it to go to sleep. You want it to stay awake. Get all those air bubbles out of that bread. All right. There we go. Okay. Roll it down again. A little bit more oil. Just a little bit. Okay. Just a little in there. Ah, that's a good workout. There we go. See how nice and elastic that is? And that's what you want. Okay, so we're gonna hold it up again. We're gonna give it a second rise for 1 more hour. And then we're gonna roll out the dough and make some pizza. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready. All right. It's a good thing to do on a nice day in California. When the world falls apart, what do? You make bread. That's what you do. Okay, we're back. We're back, we're back, we're back. This is going to be good. Alrighty. So I'm going to lay out a little bit more flour on my deck. Look at that. It rose again. There we go. Oh, it's nice and light too. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to half this dough. I'm going to cut this dough in half. I'm actually going to just pull it. Oh, I can cut it in half. I'm going to use some of the dough to make the pizza. And I probably don't even need that much dough to make the pizza. So I'm only going to make one pizza. So, I just kind of want to roll it out. Yeah, I will tell you. My precious puppy, this is a water bottle, by the way. My precious puppy, my German Shepherd, precious puppy, likes to chew on things. And he's 5, and he still likes to chew on things. And somehow, he got a hold of my rolling pin, and he chewed on it. So I don't have a rolling pin that he hasn't chewed on. So we're just going to roll this out. It actually looks like it's going to be a couple pizzas. Doesn't look like it's going to make a really big pizza. not even going to worry about it. Okay. I'm going to worry about it. Okay, I have my pizza pan here. I'm going to cook this pizza on some parchment paper. Parchment paper. Alright, so I'm going to take my pizza dough. I'm going to put it on my paper. It might look at that, it might just make the whole thing. I have high hopes. If it doesn't, it's not a big deal. Stretch it out there. Stretch it out. There we go. Look at that. Okay. And we're going to take a fork. We're going to poke some holes in there. Okay, so I have the holes poked into my my dough. You do that to kind of help, get the air so it cooks all the way through. Okay? It's not perfectly round, but it's gonna be alright. You didn't have any pizza sauce. Who cares you don't have pizza sauce? Use what you do have. Look, I got some ragu. Use what you do have. Put a little bit of that on there. Let me show you. I was able to roll my dough out and I made my pizza here. I have my oven preheating right now. So I put a little pizza sauce on there. It's spaghetti sauce, pizza sauce. It's all the same stuff really. So some pepperoni and some sausage that I had. And then I was going to use the rest of the dough at a later date, so I bagged it up. The rest of the dough, I could make pizza at a later date. I don't have to do the whole bread thing all over it again. This should last, a month or so, in your freezer. So I wouldn't want to keep it much longer than that, because you don't want to kill the yeast. But once you take it out of the freezer, you can bring it to room temperature. You should be able to work with it, roll it out, and then make another homemade pizza. So this is double bagged, it's dated, and I'm going to put that in the freezer. Look at that. I want you to see. Look at that. I actually made a second pizza. I'm gonna slide onto it here. So look, I want you to see. See that? Nice fresh pizza. And you made it. And you know what's in it. It's hot. It's really hot. I'm going to put the other one, I decided I was going to make I decided I might want some leftovers, so I actually made another one. So that's going to go in the oven for 15 minutes at 400 degrees. Yummy. I can't wait to try this. I love pizza. I love pizza. Let's try this. Look at that. Nice and ooey and gooey. Doesn't that look yummy? It looks yummy to me. Mmm. Oh my God. That's so good. Excuse me. That is so good. That's better than what you buy in the pizza stores or whatever. You made it. Look at that. Homemade pizza. Fresh homemade pizza. See? Look, you made it. You made it. And that's what's important, is you made it. I want to wish everybody to be well. In the midst of this crisis that this world is going through right now, I want to wish everybody to be well. I hope you are all safe. I hope you are all sheltering in place as they have asked us all to do throughout the country to kind of stop this spread of this virus that's going around. But, you know, if you're homebound, this is what you can do. You can make pizza. If you have children, they will love to make pizza with you. They will absolutely love it. And it is so much better for you. You making it yourself than you buying it in the store or from a pizza delivery place. You made it. And you can make this. It's very easy to make. You can make this. My thoughts and prayers are with you all. Be safe, be well, be kind. Bye-bye.